Marley Studios in Burbank, California, it's The Learning Show. On the show tonight, Kristen Fyfe Mills from ASTD. And now, your host, Leigh Gregory.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Glad to have you on the show. Hey, thank you, everybody. My learning peeps, I welcome you to The Learning Show. I'm your host, Leigh Gregory, and I'm so excited I can barely stay in this chair. It has nothing to do with the winter pounds I have to shed. No, my T&D crowd. I'm excited because we're fresh back from ASTD 2013. I know. It was great. We got some great interviews, which will play on upcoming episodes, and tonight's featured clips are from our interview with ASTD's Senior Manager of Communications, Kristen Fyfe Mills. Let's hear it for her. Yes, that's right. But first, fresh news, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite breaking, but it's still quite fresh. My top two stories. ASTD turned 70 years old. Yes, finally, something older than the Rolling Stone. I was beginning to worry about my lads, everyone cracking jokes about their age. They're still rocking. I love the Stones. Mick, call ASTD and thank them for taking some heat off you guys. Okay. Seriously. That's right. Back in 1943, 15 men, all associated with the petroleum industry, met in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Back then, they were called the American Society of Training Directors. In 1964, the name was changed to the American Society for Training and Development. And today, ASTD is comprised of 39,000 members worldwide from all industries in both the public and private sectors. For more on this venerable organization, please check out the astutely written story by Kristen Fyfe Mills in the May edition of T&D magazine. Our next story is a chilling one. 83 skilled workers went missing according to, Oh, okay. They didn't go missing. So what actually happened? Oh, okay. 83% of the organizations that hire skilled labor are having difficulty finding workers according to a recent survey. That's essentially what I said, isn't it? Manufacturing, healthcare, and high-tech industries were included in this survey, with manufacturing having the most trouble to the tune of 88%. 88%. Okay, I don't know about you, but that scares the bejibber wibbles out of me. What's going on out there? So in reality, the jobs are out there. We're just not qualified for them. Okay, well, that's just great. Clearly, some changes need to be made. And I could tell you what they are, but that would be well above my pay grade, since they don't pay me. But for more on this chilling tale, check out the May-June issue of Training magazine. Till then, don't make me come out there. Work this thing out. Figure it out. Don't make me release the learning Kraken, because I will. Okay, next up, guess what? Our special ASTD segment with Kristen Fyfe Mills. Now, I gotta say, Dallas was Big D fantastic, the Expo Hall was finally appointed, and ASTD had their event down. And I know a lot about events, and this one was top notch. We got there, scoped out a couple nice places for interviews, and the big names came by and talked to us. It was fantastic. And with no further ado, here's our ASTD feature with Kristen Fyfe Mills. Welcome to The Learning Show, Kristen.
I am so thrilled that you all are here, and I'm honored to be your guest.
Oh, it is our pleasure. So, tell us, what's been the focus? How have things been going? And what actually, let's start this over. What do you do at ASTD?
Well, I am the Senior Manager of Communications, so It's my job to take everything that this very dynamic organization does and get it out to the masses. We do that in lots of different ways, but it's a real external communication focused role. So clearly the conference time is one of our busiest times.
I bet.
Bags under your eyes in the middle of 9 yards.
Exactly.
But the cool thing thing is that you're in this place where there's 9,000 people who have a passion for making the world better through work.
Yep.
You know, they are the people who are engaged in employee development, and they're the people that are onboarding new hires, and they're the people that are doing leadership training. And I mean, so to be surrounded by that kind of positive energy is probably one of the single most rewarding parts of working for the association that supports that work.
It is a very cool thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's why you're in the press room over there, right?
That is why I'm in the press room, yes, and doing a few other things there too. But yeah, so this event is our biggest event of the year. We have other smaller conferences that we do in different times, but the International Conference and Exposition is the premier event for people who do this work.
Okay.
We are seeing it's a place where we're bringing in new ideas, and we're also hearing from established thought leaders. So Bob Pike is doing sessions, and Ken Blanchard is doing talks, and we have suppliers in the expo hall who are bringing some of the most coolest cutting-edge tools to the market, and they're engaging with the people who are going to be able to use them. To see all of that happening over the course of 3 or 4 days is incredible. And before that, we do education sessions. So people often come to ASTD. Just last year, 6,500 people took an ASTD education course.
Now that's some pretty cool stuff. And for those of you who didn't know, ASTD also has a certificate program. Well, here, let's check back with Kristen and see what she has to say about it.
ASTD established the CPLP, which is the Certified Professional in Learning Performance, credential in 2006. There are now 1,200 CPLP credential holders. Wow. So the program is gaining energy. We are seeing employers post job postings for CPLP certified positions.
Oh,
so the traction around the credential is significant. We have a preparatory program that gets people ready for that. It's intense. It's a really hard credential to earn, and it should be, because it's important work.
I see. I was going to go for that, but no. It's so hard now. I'm still going for it, though.
You should go for it.
I'm going to.
You should go for it, and you are in good company with lots of people who are taking that track.
That sounds fantastic.
We had an awards program last night where we recognized thought leaders in that space and employers who are supporting the credential, and an example would be Hilton Worldwide, which was one of our award winners. A few years ago, they had 1 CPLP on staff. They now have 7. They have 4 in the process of getting it, and 4 more who are looking to start the process. So it's and they've aligned their entire learning curriculum around the competencies of the ASTD competency model, which is what informs the credential. So so one of the new things at the conference was the unveiling of the competency model, and we renewed it, we revised it, and we relaunched this new competency model that talks about what you need to know and do to be exceptional in this field. And so that's one of the big things that's happened at the conference. We're looking forward at mobile learning. We're looking forward at the use of technology in learning, and how that is really a new competency that folks in this space need to have.
Right. So might you find yourself going almost like what is it, Project Management Institute, where like PMP, so you would get the
You get the CPLP credential, and then you need to continue to recertify, because it's all about staying. It's completely about staying current, and CPLP credential holders need to do that. They need to stay current. They need to recertify every 3 years.
Every 3 years.
So it's it's.
So do you have? So you've already got the courses ready for recertification and all.
They are, yes, and there are different paths to recertify. So depending on what your professional situation is, there's a whole bunch of tools online that we provide for people to say, if you do this, you get these many points towards recertification. So but it's supposed to be about continuing to keep your skills sharp and up with the times.
I'm wondering, after we get done with all this and we're having all this fun, what should we be doing? How should we conduct ourselves after the conference?
Well, a couple of thoughts. One, hopefully everyone who leaves here has learned one new thing that they can put to work the day they go back to work.
Okay.
So that's obviously a goal, right? Because you're coming here to learn some new things. So hopefully you can take that knowledge and translate it into doing better work.
Okay.
But the other thing that we really encourage people to do is to stay engaged with ASTD. So there's membership options. There's a lot of online options. We refreshed the website last year. We have a communities of practice. So if you're looking for a specific thing, there's a community built around that. Engage with the content there. Take an education class. Stay up to date with the blog. Read read T&D magazine, but stay connected, because the more we connect in person and online, I think the better the profession is. We all learn from each other, and we want that learning to continue even after the conference ends.
Okay, if there was one thing you would ask us to do, and that's me included, because I'm going to go home. I'm not going to forget everything, but I'm going to go home. If there's one thing you would like people to do, what would it be?
I say connect online. We are on LinkedIn. We are on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Our blog is full of so much content that is like right at the point of where you need to be with a specific learning thing. So connect online, stay engaged, and keep creating a world that works better.
Kristen Fyfe Mills of ASTD, everybody. Great stuff, huh? Now it's time for shout-outs and follow-backs. Our first shout-out goes out to Jay Shaw of Net Dimensions for being the first ever guest on the Learning Show. Thank you, Jay. We really appreciate that. Next shout-out is to Kristen Fyfe Mills of ASTD for being so wonderful and so helpful during the conference. We literally couldn't have done it without her. So thank you so much, Kristen. And a big thank you to Don Hernandez, my man at Net Dimensions. Don is a great pal, and he also helped make our interview with Jay possible. Thank you, Don. All right, and a big Learning Show shout out to lynda.com. That's right, lynda.com, for stopping by and chatting with us. And last but not least, a big shout out to Leigh Gregory for being everywhere at the right time with the right stuff and a running sound at ASTD. She's the hardest working woman in show business, that lady. All right, slowly but surely, our parent company, Trainevision, has been gaining Twitter followers. So follow backs are going out to Paul Shemp, George Sykes, Block Ave LA, KU26 Media, Tweety Tweets, and none other than Ken Blanchard. Thank you all for following Trainevision on Twitter, and we're gonna follow back. All right. Oh, what's that I hear? I feel some events coming on. Yeah, we always bring you the best and the latest in the conferences and trade shows in the industry. So here's the roundup. June 16 through 19, SHRM's annual conference and exposition 2013 at the MAC. That's McCormick Place in Chicago. Chicago, that's all in town. June 18 through 20, e-learning guilds MLearnCon at the Fairmont San Jose in San Jose, California. June 20 and 21, ASTD's Authentic Management Workshop at the Hilton Crystal City in Washington, D.C. July 9th and 10th, ASTD's Telling Ain't Training event in Denver, Colorado. September 17th through 19th, Training Magazine's Online Learning Conference 2013 at McCormick Place Lakeside Center in Chicago, Illinois. September 25th, ASTD's Government Workforce Conference in Washington, D.C. October 23rd through 25th, eLearning Guild's DevLearn 2013 Conference and Expo at the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. And last but not least, November 3rd through the 6th, Elliott Maisie's Learning 2013 at Disney's Coronado Springs Convention Center in Orlando, Florida, with keynote speech by the one and only Hillary Rodham Clinton. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, folks, you know what? That's it for the show. And I got to get moving. My car's double parked out there. So don't miss the next one. We've got Mike Merle and Phil Jones from Training Magazine. Yeah, let's hear it for them. Now, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and link up on LinkedIn. Thanks so much for watching. Stay smart and don't stop learning. All right, see you guys later. Take care. Thank you so much. All right.